Listen closely. Right now, in this very moment, your life is about to change your whole existence. Everything you've become, everything you are, and everything you'll ever be comes down to one thing. The conversation you're having with yourself right now, that voice inside your head, the one that's been telling you what you can and can't do, what's possible and impossible. That's the key to your transformation. Let me tell you something extraordinary about your brain. Every single thought you think creates a biochemical reaction in your body. Every single word you say to yourself fires and wires specific neural networks in your brain. When you wake up each morning and tell yourself I'm not good enough or I can't do this, you're not just having a thought. You're programming your neural circuitry to create that exact reality. Here's what's fascinating. So your brain can't tell the difference between what's happening in your environment and what you're thinking about. That's why when you change your thoughts, you literally change your brain structure. This isn't philosophy. This is pure neuroscience. Your thoughts are that powerful. I'm going to share with you a challenge that will revolutionize your life in just 3 days. 3 days. That's all it takes to start rewiring your brain for success. But let me be clear, these won't be ordinary days. These will be days of conscious, deliberate self-talk that will shake the very foundation of your reality. You see, most people live their entire lives on autopilot, letting their past program their future. They wake up with the same thoughts, which trigger the same emotions, which drive the same behaviors, creating the same experiences day after day after day. But you're about to break that cycle when you change how you speak to yourself. You change your brain. When you change your brain, you change your energy. When you change your energy, you change your life. It's that simple and it's that profound. Think about them. Every great achievement in human history started with someone telling themselves yes, when the world was saying no. Every breakthrough, every innovation, every triumph began with an inner dialogue that defied the current reality. The stakes couldn't be higher. Right now, you're either reinforcing your limitations or breaking through them. You're either programming your brain for success or programming it for more of the same. There's no middle ground. Your self-talk is either elevating you or holding you back. In these next 3 days, you're going to learn how to become the architect of your destiny through the precise and purposeful use of your inner dialogue. You're going to understand how to speak to yourself in a way that literally changes the circuitry of your brain, alters your body's chemistry, and transforms your personal reality. This isn't about positive thinking. This is about neural reconstruction. This isn't about temporary motivation. This is about permanent transformation. This is about becoming supernatural, about stepping beyond the limitations of your past and into the quantum field of infinite possibilities. Are you ready? Because once you understand this and truly apply it, there's no going back to your old self. The next 3 days will create ripples in your consciousness that will expand into waves of transformation in every area of your life. Let's look at what's really happening in your brain right now. Every morning you wake up, and within the first few minutes, your mind starts its familiar pattern. You're thinking the same thoughts you thought yesterday and the day before and the day before that. These aren't random thoughts. They're a program running automatically, shaping your entire reality. Here's what's really going on. So your brain processes about 60,000 to 70,000 thoughts every single day. But here's the shocking part. 90 of those thoughts are exactly the same as the ones you had yesterday. You're literally thinking yourself into the same life. Day after day, through this automatic minute, your negative self-talk isn't just words in your head. When you tell yourself I'm not ready, I can't afford it, I'm not smart enough, your body believes every word. Your brain releases stress chemicals. Your genes express themselves differently. Your immune system changes. Your energy drops. All because of words you're saying to yourself, probably without even realizing it. Think about this. Every time you have a thought, you make a chemical. If you have a fearful thought, your brain releases stress hormones like cortisol and adrenaline. If you have an angry thought, different chemicals flood your system. Your thoughts are literally creating your biological state. And here's the critical part. Your body doesn't know the difference between an actual experience and an experience you're just thinking about. You've been unconsciously conditioning your body to become addicted to these negative emotional states. That's why change feels so hard. Your body is literally fighting to maintain these familiar chemical states, even though they're making you miserable. It's like being addicted to your own personal pharmacy of emotions. Your limiting beliefs aren't facts. They're just thoughts you've thought so many times that they've become hardwired into your neural circuitry. I'm not good with money. Relationships always end badly for me. I'll never lose weight. These aren't truths. They're just neural networks that have become strengthened through repetition. Every time you repeat these thoughts, you're reinforcing these neural pathways. It's like walking the same path through a field of grass. The more you walk it, the more defined the path becomes. Your brain is literally shaped by your habitual thinking. This is why most people keep creating the same life circumstances over and over. They're thinking the same thoughts, feeling the same emotions, and therefore attracting the same experiences. But here's the incredible thing about your brain. It's adaptable. Scientists call this neuroplasticity. Your brain is constantly wiring itself based on your thoughts and experiences. This means you're not stuck with your current neural pathways. You can create new ones. You can literally think yourself into a new state of being. The problem is, most people wait for something in their outer world to change before they change their inner dialogue. They want to feel confident before they start talking to themselves. Confidently, they want to see success before they start thinking like a successful person. But that's backwards. Your external reality is a reflection of your internal dialogue. Your repetitive thoughts are creating your future. Right now, in this moment, your self-talk is either programming you for success or programming you for more of the same. There's no neutral ground. Every thought is either moving you toward what you want or keeping you stuck where you are. This is why becoming aware of your current mental state is so crucial. You can't change what you're not aware of, and awareness is the first step to breaking free from these automated patterns that have been running your life on autopilot. So let me show you what happens in your brain when you begin to direct your self-talk with purpose and intention. There's a principle in neuroscience that says neurons that fire together wire together. This means every time you think a thought, you're either strengthening existing neural connections or when you start speaking to yourself in a new way, something remarkable happens. Your brain literally begins to reorganize itself. It's like upgrading the operating system of a computer, except this computer is your mind. Every positive thought, every empowering statement you make to yourself isn't just words. It's electrical signals firing in your brain, creating new neural pathways. Let me make this practical. When you wake up tomorrow morning and instead of saying I'm tired or I don't want to get up, you say with conviction, I'm excited about this day, or I'm full of energy. You're not just using different words, you're firing different neural networks. You're activating different genes. You're changing your brain's chemistry, but here's where it gets even more fascinating. Your brain can't tell if you're actually experiencing something, or if you're just thinking about it with enough emotional intensity. This is why Olympic athletes can improve their performance just by visualizing their routines. They're literally programming their neural networks through focused mental rehearsal. The same principle applies to your self-talk. When you combine clear, intentional self-talk with elevated emotion, you're not just thinking different thoughts. You're teaching your body a new way of being. You're creating what scientists call a new neural signature. This is how people make quantum leaps in their lives. They're not just changing their thoughts, they're changing their entire state of being. Think about it this way, every time you have a thought, it's like dropping a pebble into the quantum field of infinite possibilities. The ripples from that thought extend out into the field, attracting similar frequencies back to you. This isn't mystical thinking. You know it's quantum physics. Your thoughts are energy, and energy affects matter. When you begin to practice focused self-talk with emotional intensity, you're no longer just thinking, you're broadcasting a specific electromagnetic signature into the field. You're becoming a quantum creator. Your thoughts and words, charged with emotion, become the blueprints for your future reality. This is where emotional coherence becomes crucial. It's not enough to just say positive words to yourself. You need to feel the emotions associated with those words. When your thoughts and emotions are aligned, when what you're saying to yourself matches what you're feeling, you create a powerful state of coherence. When you're in a state of coherence, your heart and brain are working in perfect synchrony. This isn't metaphorical. It's measurable. Scientists can actually detect this harmony between heart and brain waves. And when you're in this state, you become a powerful broadcaster of new possibilities. Let me explain what this means for your daily life. When you wake up tomorrow and say to yourself, "I am worthy of greatness," or "I am capable of extraordinary things," and you feel the truth of those words in every cell of your body, you're not just engaging in positive thinking. You're literally rewiring your neural circuitry and changing your energy field. This is why focused self-talk is so powerful. It's not just about replacing negative thoughts with positive ones. It's about creating a new energetic signature that becomes your new normal. It's about training your brain to fire new patterns that support your desired reality. Think of it like tuning a radio to a new frequency. Right now, your brain is tuned to certain stations based on your habitual thinking. But through focused self-talk, you can tune into new frequencies, frequencies of abundance, health, success, and joy. And the more you practice this, the stronger these new frequencies become. The key is consistency and emotional intensity. You can't just do this halfway. You need to speak to yourself with such clarity and conviction that your body has no choice but to respond. This is how you begin to create lasting change at the cellular level. Remember, every word you speak to yourself is either reinforcing your current reality or creating a new one. There's no middle ground. You're either using your self-talk to elevate your life, or you're using it to maintain your current circumstances. Let me lay out exactly what you're going to do for these next 3 days. This is your protocol for transformation, and you need to follow it precisely. These 3 days are going to be different from any other days you've lived before, because you're going to be conscious of every word you speak to yourself. Let's start with your morning ritual. The moment you open your eyes, and I mean the very moment before you check your phone, before you think about your problems, before you do anything else, you're going to place your hand on your heart. This physical gesture tells your body it's time for something new in this state. Between sleep and wakefulness, your brain is most receptive to new programming. For the first 20 minutes of your day, you're going to speak to yourself with intentional, powerful words, not just in your head, but in a whisper or soft voice. Today is the day I break free from my past. Today, my new life begins. Every cell in my body is awakening to a new possibility. Feel these words. Let them sink into every cell of your body. During these morning sessions, you must maintain absolute focus. If your mind wanders to your problems or your to-do list, gently bring it back. This isn't meditation. This is active brain programming. You're laying down new neural pathways. You're creating new patterns in your neural circuitry. The afternoon reinforcement between 2 p.m. and 4 p.m., your brain goes through another receptive period. This is your second window of opportunity. Find a quiet place, your car, an empty office, even a bathroom stall. If you have to take 5 minutes to reconnect with your morning declarations. Here's the crucial part. During these afternoon sessions, you're going to add physical movement. As you speak to yourself, walk with purpose, move your arms with intention. Your body needs to feel these words. Remember, you're not just changing your thoughts. You're changing your entire state of being throughout the day. You need to catch your automatic negative self-talk. The moment you hear yourself say "I can't" or "this is too hard," stop immediately. Replace those words with "I am capable" or "I find solutions easily." Don't let a single negative thought slip by unchallenged. Every thought matters. Every word counts. The evening protocol is where the magic of consolidation happens between 7 p.m. and 9 p.m. Your brain naturally begins to process the day's experiences. This is when you review and reinforce. Sit quietly for 15 minutes. Place your hand on your heart again. Review your day's victories, no matter how small. Speak to yourself with gratitude and anticipation. Tell yourself, today I created new neural pathways. Today I stepped closer to my new reality. Tomorrow will bring even greater transformation. Feel the truth of these words in your body. Let the emotion build. This emotional state is crucial for neural consolidation. Here's why these timing windows are so critical. Your brain operates on natural cycles of peak receptivity. By aligning your self-talk practice with these windows, you're maximizing the impact of every word you speak to yourself. You're working with your brain's natural rhythm instead of against it. During these 3 days, you must maintain what I call state management. This means being constantly aware of your emotional state. If you feel yourself slipping into old patterns, use your breath. Then take 3 deep breaths and remind yourself, I am in the process of transformation. Every moment is an opportunity to reinforce my new reality. Key: a small notebook with you. Every time you catch yourself in negative self-talk, write it down. Then write down its replacement. This isn't just busy work. This is creating a physical record of your transformation. It's making the invisible visible. Each night before you sleep, review these notes. Speak the new, empowering statements one last time. Let them be the last thoughts in your mind as you drift off to sleep. Your subconscious mind will work with these thoughts all night long. Remember, these 3 days are not about perfection, they're about direction. You might slip back into old patterns of thinking. That's normal. The key is to catch yourself faster each time and redirect yourself. Talk immediately. This is a full immersion experience. You're not just changing a few thoughts, you're creating a new neural architecture. You're building new neural networks that will support your new reality. Every word you speak to yourself during these 3 days is either reinforcing this new architecture or falling back into old patterns. Don't underestimate the power of these specific time windows. They're like portals of opportunity where your brain is most receptive to new programming. Use them fully. Make every moment count. These 3 days can literally reshape your brain's circuitry. If you follow this protocol with unwavering, let's talk about what's actually happening in your body when you begin this new pattern of self-talk. This isn't just a mental exercise. You're literally changing your biology with every word you speak to yourself. Your body is a complex chemical factory. And your thoughts are the factory manager. When you achieve heart-brain coherence through positive self-talk, something remarkable happens. Your heart starts producing a rhythmic pattern that scientists can measure. This isn't metaphorical. It's measurable electromagnetic energy. Your heart actually has its own nervous system, sending more signals to your brain than your brain sends to your heart. When you place your hand on your heart and speak to yourself with kindness and power, your heart rhythm becomes more ordered, more coherent. This coherent state sends signals to your brain that say all is well. Your brain responds by reducing the production of stress hormones like cortisol and adrenaline. This is why you feel a physical sense of calm and power when you speak to yourself with intention. But it goes even deeper. As your stress hormones decrease, your body starts producing what I call the chemicals of possibility. Dopamine, serotonin, oxytocin, and endorphins.
And throughout your day, look for things to be grateful for. At first, you might have to really search for things to appreciate, especially if you're going through a challenging time. But the more you practice gratitude, the more automatic it becomes. You'll start to notice beauty and blessings everywhere you look. That's things you start being grateful for things before they happen. Be grateful for the job you want as if you already have it. Be grateful for the perfect health you desire as if it's already your reality. Be grateful for the loving relationship you're calling in as if your partner is already by your side. This is what it means to live in the end result. It's about feeling the feelings of having what you want before it manifests in your physical reality. And when you can do this, you become an unstoppable force of creation. Now, I want to address something that often comes up when people start seeing results with this work. They'll manifest something they've been wanting, and then they'll start to doubt. They'll think, was that just a coincidence? Did I really create that? There are no coincidences. Everything that happens in your life is a result of your thoughts, feelings, and beliefs. Everything is a reflection of your inner world. So when you start to see positive changes in your life, celebrate them, acknowledge your role in creating them, because when you do this, you reinforce your belief in your own power. You strengthen your faith in the process, and you open yourself up to create even more amazing things. Remember, what you appreciate appreciates. So the more you acknowledge and appreciate the good things in your life, the more good things you'll attract. Now, let's talk about something that can really supercharge your manifestations: the power of your words. The words you speak are like spells that you cast on your life. They have the power to create or destroy, to heal or harm. Pay attention to the words you use, both when you're talking to others and when you're talking to yourself. Are you constantly complaining? Are you speaking about lack and limitation? Or are you using words of abundance, possibility, and gratitude? Make a conscious effort to speak in a way that aligns with what you want to create. Instead of saying, "I can't afford that," try, "That's not a priority for me right now." Instead of, "I'm so stressed," try, "I'm learning to handle challenges with grace." And most importantly, be mindful of how you talk to yourself. Your self-talk shapes your reality more than anything else. Speak to yourself with kindness, encouragement, and love. Be your own biggest cheerleader. Now, I want to address something that often comes up when people start this work. They'll say, "But Joe, what about my past? I've made mistakes. I've had setbacks. How can I move past that?" And here's what I want you to understand. Your past does not define your future. Your past experiences have shaped who you are, yes, but they don't determine who you can become. Every moment is a new beginning. Every breath is an opportunity to start fresh. You are not your past mistakes or failures. You are not your limiting beliefs or old patterns. You are a powerful creator capable of reinventing yourself at any moment. So instead of dwelling on the past, use it as a springboard for growth. What lessons have you learned? How have your challenges made you stronger? How can you use your experiences to fuel your growth and help others? When you can reframe your past in this way, it no longer holds you back. Instead, it becomes a powerful tool for transformation. Now, let's talk about something that's crucial for maintaining this practice over the long term. Self-care. Taking care of yourself isn't selfish. It's necessary. You can't pour from an empty cup. You can't radiate positive energy if you're depleted. So make self-care a priority. This means different things for different people. It might mean taking time for meditation or exercise. It might mean saying no to commitments that drain you. It might mean spending time in nature or pursuing a hobby you love. Whatever self-care looks like for you, make it non-negotiable. Schedule it into your day, just like you would any other important appointment. Because when you take care of yourself, you have so much more to give to others and to your dreams. And remember, self-care isn't just about your physical health. It's about your mental and emotional health too. Pay attention to the thoughts you're feeding your mind. Are you constantly consuming negative news or engaging in gossip? Or are you feeding your mind with inspiring books, uplifting conversations, and positive affirmations? Your mind is like a garden. What you plant and nourish is what will grow. So be intentional about what you're planting in your mental garden. Now, as we start to wrap up, I want to remind you of something important. This work is a journey, not a destination. There will be ups and downs. There will be days when you feel on top of the world and days when you struggle to stay positive. And that's okay. That's part of the human experience. The key is not to judge yourself for having these fluctuations, but to observe them with compassion and curiosity. On the days when you're feeling great, really lean into that feeling. Amplify it, let it fill every cell of your body. And on the days when you're struggling, be gentle with yourself. Remember that this too shall pass, and use the tools we've discussed, meditation, gratitude, positive self-talk, to help shift your energy. Remember, you're not trying to be perfect. You're not trying to feel amazing 100th time. You're simply committing to a practice of conscious creation. You're choosing again and again to focus on what you want rather than what you don't want, and as you do this consistently, you'll start to notice changes. Maybe at first, it's just small things. You feel a little more peaceful. You handle stress a little better. You notice more moments of joy throughout your day. But as you continue this practice, as you make it a regular part of your life, you'll start to see bigger changes. Opportunities will start to present themselves. People will be drawn to your energy. Things that used to bother you won't affect you as much. And before you know it, you'll look around and realize that your life has transformed, not because you struggled and pushed and forced things to happen, but because you relaxed, trusted, and expected great things to come to you. So I invite you, starting today, to make this your practice. Relax into the flow of life. Trust that everything is always working out for your highest good, and expect miracles to happen, not someday in the future, but right here, right now. Remember, you are the creator of your reality. You have the power to shape your life in any way you choose. So choose wisely. Choose thoughts that empower you. Choose feelings that uplift you. Choose actions that align with your highest vision for yourself. Most importantly, choose to believe in yourself. Because when you believe in yourself, when you truly know your own power, there's nothing you can't achieve. So go forth and create, relax and trust. Expect miracles and watch as your life transforms in ways you never thought possible. The universe is waiting to support you. All you have to do is open yourself up to receive. Thank you for being here today. Thank you for committing to this journey of transformation. And remember, every moment is a new opportunity to choose again, to align with your highest self, and to create the life of your dreams. You've got this. Now go out there and shine your light. The world is waiting for your unique gifts. Embrace your power and let the magic unfold.